Today, I have with me Michael Crichton, the author of Jurassic Park. It's good to be here, so I'm going to cut right to the chase. Tell us what your book is about. Okay, it all starts in 1990 on a small island off of Costa Rica, when Dr. Alan Grant, a paleontologist, Dr. Ian Malcolm, a mathematician who specializes in the emerging field of chaos theory, Tim and Lex Murphy, Hammond's grandchildren, and Dr. Ellie Sattler, Grant's partner, are invited to John Hammond's island called Jurassic Park. John Hammond, the owner of Ingen, a genetic engineering company, and an important financial supporter of Dr. Grant's fossil digs, has turned an island near Costa Rica into a zoo called Jurassic Park, which is filled with dinosaurs that Dr. Wah, a scientist Hammond had hired, has cloned by means of a breakthrough genetic engineering technology. Mr. Gennaro, Hammond's lawyer, is concerned about the safety of the park. Gennaro brings Dr. Alan Grant, Dr. Ian Malcolm, Tim and Lex Murphy, and Dr. Ellie Sattler, to tour the island in an attempt to determine whether the place is safe enough for visitors. Jurassic Park has been designed to run with only a minimal number of staff, with much of the park operating on automated, computer-driven technology and machinery. Malcolm is very much convinced that the island is doomed, and makes repeated references to a mathematical principle called chaos theory as he predicts disaster. Another visitor to the island is Dennis Nedry, the computer technician who programmed the park's complicated computer network. Unknown to Hammond and the others, the Biosyn Corporation, a rival bioengineering company, has bribed Nedry to steal 15 dinosaur embryos from the island for their own purposes. To do this, Nedry shuts down the park's security system to steal the embryos. By doing so, the entire park's other systems start to malfunction. After Nedry steals the embryos, he attempts to deliver the embryos but gets lost on the way. After some time, he gets killed by an escaped dinosaur. Since Nedry died, John Arnold, the park's engineer, was left to fix the system Nedry sabotaged. The system eventually malfunctions to the point where power is lost. Unfortunately, it went off when everyone was on electronic tour through the park at the T-Rex pen. With the power out and the electric fences down, the T-Rex learned that he can escape, and he does, destroying the tour cars and scattering the group. Before long, the velociraptors escape from their pen and kill everyone who knows how to operate the Jurassic Park system. Fortunately, Tim, who is good with computers, was able to reactivate the electric fences before the raptors were about to enter the building. Grant, Gennaro, Sattler, and Muldoon venture out to find the velociraptor's nest, hoping to determine how many raptors there are and whether any have gotten off the island. While walking back to the lodge, Hammond trips and falls down a ravine where he is eaten by compies, scavenger dinos, and Malcolm dies because of his fight with the T-Rex earlier. Finally, the Costa Rican guards show up, rescues everyone, and destroys the island. Fascinating. So after reading this myself, I found a few scientific themes and controversies like chaos theory, reliance on technology, and the relation between dinosaurs and birds. One of the primary questions I explore in Jurassic Park is what would happen if all of the computers and systems suddenly stopped working. I didn't include Malcolm's chaos theory calculations of catastrophe merely to show off fancy-sounding scientific lingo. Malcolm's theories serve as a warning for a society increasingly dependent on technology. Though Hammond's computer system is designed to anticipate any disaster that may befall his park, Malcolm proves that, because of the laws of chaos theory that govern all natural or man-made systems, the workings of a complex system like Jurassic Park simply cannot be controlled for any length of time. Something unexpected is bound to happen, and no computer program can be designed to prevent it. Malcolm's lesson can be applied to any person or corporation that tries to substitute computer calculations for a flexible human thought. Events change, and even the most complicated computer program will not always be able to keep up. And what about the relationship between dinosaurs and birds? Around the time I wrote Jurassic Park, the latest scientific research was leaning toward a possibly closer relationship between birds and dinosaurs than paleontologists had previously thought. At the time, the idea was still somewhat controversial. Since my book's publication, virtually irrefutable fossil evidence has been found linking the heritage of birds to dinosaurs. Nevertheless, many paleontologists have found the characteristics of some of the dinosaurs in the movie version of Jurassic Park, which was partially written by myself, to be exaggerated and unrealistic, the velociraptors in particular being much too large and speedy. Nonetheless, this more recent research seems to have borne out the idea that dinosaurs, as ancestors of both modern-day lizards and birds, were more agile than previously thought. Thank you so very much. It was a delight to speak with you. You're very welcome, and I hope we can speak again soon.